Welcome back to the Open Mic Broadcast Network. We have on the line with us Coach Bubba Mcdowell, the Prairie View A&M University Panthers football program. Coach, how you doing today, sir?
I'm doing well, my man. I'm doing well.
Well, let me say congratulations on a job well done, and many didn't think you had in you. But if there's ever to find that niche, now is better than never, right?
Always. I mean, second half of the season, we talked about it, after the Pine Bluff game, and, we put that run together. As I told them, the season's not over with. Still got some games to play. Still got some games to win. Now, how do you want the season to end? It's all on, it's all on you guys. Now, are you going to accept the challenge of just being defeated, or are you going to go out as a winner? So they accepted it, and we've been accepting it, and there's some close games, of course with Valley, but again, a win is a win no matter how you look at it, and we're on a good little streak right now, and we're going to do our very best to stay on that streak.
Right. Now, Coach, if I was asking this, and I don't know if you asked yourself this, where has this team been with the performance that you had last weekend?
I said it too, but bro, I was saying the exact same thing. Because even when I got in here early Sunday morning, because I couldn't sleep, I said, I'm just get on here and look at the film early for everybody to get in. So I'm looking at film and trying to watch, he listened to church at the same time. I'm like, God, these dudes was running around, man. I'm like, and I was like, God, dog, like you said, I was like, where they been? Well, we knew we had them, but it's like, where in the heck have they been? I mean, when you're talking about all phases of the game, Mike, we did all phases, offense, defense, all the special teams. I mean, guys was knocking through, and it started when we kicked off, man. You can kind of tell at that point it was going to be one of those type of games, because they went down on kickoff and knocking people out.
Right. And I'm going to tell you a huge turnaround for me in observing has been the offense and defensive line play. These guys have, as they say, tightened up their big boy britches, and they've been getting at it, man, creating holes and creating protection for the quarterback to go through the progressions.
Yeah, I mean, I sat down and talked with them, at the end of practice on Wednesday, and I told them, I said, look, man, what are y'all going to do, And it was right after practice, and, I put a challenge to them, and I just brought them all up together, put a challenge to them, man, and asked them, what is their identity want to be? I said, right now, going off the identity from beginning to where we at right now, I said, it's not good. You guys know I'm brutally honest with y'all, So I said, let's figure out how to get an identity. I said, nobody think y'all any good. I'm just throwing all kinds of negative stuff in there, trying to tee them off. I said, man,
hey, sometimes that reverse psychology works, right?
Oh my God! I said, they beat our butt last year, twice. I said, man, what are we gonna do, man? So all y'all gotta do is just give them time. I said, we got the backs, open up the hole, get a QB time to throw the ball. As they got a good defensive line. I'm throwing everything in them, like, try to get these dudes ready, man. And, they heard it. They took the challenge, man, and defensively, I knew. I mean, it was going. I just had to tell them one thing. I was, hey, go get them.
Right,
shoot.
right.
Yeah, they did just that on that D line, man, and that's a mark of a good team. One, trusting each other, playing your assignment, doing your assignment. A couple times we broke down assignment. They got a couple long runs. If they hadn't got those two long runs, we would have, reached out, go for us, rushing. But, it slipped, and we had a great effort by James, Traylon James, to walk that dude down before he got into the end zone.
Well, when you look at it, Coach, you're going to have some mishaps, even in a perfect game, because it's never going to go the way you want it to go. But the ability to adjust and don't let that last play beat you on the next play. I got to ask this question. I know your style of coaching is to empower those that are in the positions to do their job. Is there ever a situation like, or let's go with the offensive side, and you say, hey, I know you the play caller. I'd like to see us go deep on this. I'd like to see us run. You can call whatever play you want, but I'd like to see us go deep. Do you ever kind of make those kind of recommendations in the course of a game?
I do. But I do it subtle because we kind of talk about that before the game starts. When we go into our coaching meeting on Thursday with just the coordinators, we talk about it at that point in time, and things that need to be said at that point, we say it right then and there. But yeah, of course, if it's a situation during game time on that field, and he's up in the box, and I'm like, hey man, why are we not doing this? Why are we not doing that? Yeah, I'll make that known, on both sides or even the special team. So yeah.
No, but I'm saying, like, if there's a particular situation, I don't know, say it's 2nd and 4 or whatever, and say, hey man, let's go up top. Let's pull something when we're going over the top, like in the actual war.
No, I know that hasn't happened yet. No, I have yet to do that during the course of the play. No, I have not. But not to say that I won't. But
right,
yeah,
right,
I try.
Right.
Again, I'll let him. I say him. We're talking about offense. Let Coach Whedon, do his thing. I think he's a good play caller. I think again, and people gotta understand we're in a new offense with a young O-line, young players, and they're gonna make mistakes. As he has mentioned many times, he's gonna make mistakes in certain calls, and it's just about those guys going out and executing their play that is called. And again, that was one of the challenges as well that that I presented, or asked them, what are we going to do? What kind of identity are we going to do as a team? Where are we going to be as a team at the end of this game? What kind of identity you want to set for yourself for this game? And shoot, it was like, hey, you know what? We want to be them dudes out there. Okay, well, talk is cheap. Let's go show.
I know, let's put it in some work.
Let's put it in work, man. I'm just telling you, Mike. Again, seeing it, in person doesn't do justice to when you look at it on film. I mean, shoot, these dudes was flying around, man. And like I told him, I said, bro, these guys have set a standard, and you cannot go beyond that. You can't go below that. I said, we got to come out this week same way, get ready for another good team coming in here. We got to put forth that same type of effort.
Right. Well, and here's the beauty behind everything. This is year number 3 of year number 4 commitment between you and Prairie View. And with 2 games that are remaining, you have a heck of a shot of having 3 consecutive non-losing seasons, okay? Because with the 12 games this year, hey, you win one of these 2, you're guaranteed at least 6-6. I know the desire now is 7-5. That's putting in some work. And for people, you might have tripped up in some games or 2 that you probably, if we be honest, should have won. Okay, but it didn't happen that way. We can't go back and regurgitate it and redo it, but you learn from it and build from that. What have you discovered about not only your squad but your staff, through this season? This is a unique season than times past.
Again, you hit on the head. We know where we are. We know, again, where we wanted to be, but we not there. We're not going to get to that championship game. But again, as I said earlier, it was about us finishing the year strong. That was also not only said to the players, but first said to it was said to the coaches. Like, look, man, we got the second half of the season. We still can go out and win these games, man. We just gotta, again, put our best players in position to make plays, and then we hoping that they go out and execute it. Then I jump over to our players and telling them the exact same thing. Look, man, we as coaches gonna put y'all in position to make these plays. Now, how bad do y'all want to end this thing on a winning record? I said, we can do that. I said, again, it ain't like we've been blown out, maybe other than, I would say legitimately, URW. I said, but again, that was like late in the thing, third quarter, and I try to throw a little analogy, so they know, what I'm talking about. I said, but guys, we're pretty darn good. We just got to go out, execute, football offense, defense, special teams. So again, where do we want to be, at the end of the year? And I said, we can do it. We just got to go out and execute. This game will be one of those games where we need to come out and execute, and we'll be okay. Again, we didn't do what we're supposed to do. Valley, and again, that scared a lot of people, but didn't scare us. Yeah.
Hey, I ain't gonna lie, but I was one of them afraid. I was like, come on, guys.
I agree. Yeah, it's football. I agree. But, like I told them, I said, man, the win is the win. You can't go back and change it now. We got to move forward, how you want it to end. And, that's where we at. So, again, like I said, it was basically us going down, and, I'm not going down, but just talking to one another, as a staff, and and making sure that they relay all what we're believing that these young men can do, but again, put it on the field, and that again just us putting players in position to make plays. Again, we got to make more big plays than we give up.
Right. We're talking with Coach Bubba McDowell. Now, Coach, we got to address the elephant in the room. I'm saying it. I'm going to say this. Huh?
Where is it? What else? Oh.
Look, I'm saying this, and I'm putting the disclaimer in here. Sam, you got beat twice on Saturday.
Yeah, you silly, man.
I know it. I'm the old relic. I can take it. But in all seriousness, a little scuttlebutt at the end of the game. First and foremost, is nothing that's promoted, but that speaks volumes to the temperament of the team, standing your ground, and you can't let people bully you per se, but it was somewhat maybe a little bit of misunderstanding, and hopefully there was no one seriously injured behind it. And did you have to go to the principal's office?
No, I mean, we had to look at it as a staff, and AD brought everybody in to look at it and just see what we saw, and so we can turn report into SWAC. But again, it was something that was done quickly. Again, we didn't see a whole lot on the film, and of course, he made his assessment along with us. No punches was being swung. From the film that we saw anyway, and so he sent that in as well. And like I say, it was an unfortunate incident, but again, nobody got hurt. It was over quickly. We got a lot of coaches and players. Again, that wasn't just trying to break the situation up. So it cleared up pretty fast. So which is always a good thing.
Okay. Now, were there any fines administered to the staff?
No, not to my knowledge, no, sir.
Okay. Well, look, we got in on that, got out, so we'll move on down the road. You got a strong opponent coming in this weekend with Alcorn. Alcorn has been somewhat of an Achilles heel. They find a way to sneak out wins these last couple of years. And look, man, stop going to overtime with them boys, and we finish them in the fourth quarter, and we don't have to deal with that, right?
I know, exactly, man. Like I remember Coach Burton talking earlier, that in the day, we talk about, again, you 1-1 against these guys. I said, yeah, I know, man. I said, shoot, we got to figure out how to, take it to these guys early, man. 'Cause again, they got a quarterback that can run, man. He can scramble, boy. He can throw, but more so he can kill you with his legs. So, and Pine Bluff, honestly, Alcorn again. Kind of reminds me of us just got the players, but just a little inconsistency, throughout the year. You win one, then you lose one. You should have won this one, but you lost. And so it's kind of like us, on the other side. But, it's again, I'm trying to get these guys ready to go, man, and, asking them like, hey, you know what, we can't repeat anything like we had, 2 or 3 weeks ago. We got to repeat something better. As good as we played this past Saturday, it has to be better than that, going up against Pine Bluff again. I make up again. These guys have come in many times, or whether we go there or here. Man, it's something about that team, man. And lost a lot with overtime last year. We lost the year before. Then we won against them, last minute drive to win against them last year. So we got to be perfect, Simon perfect, against these young men, this team coming in, because again, they're pretty good. They get in that 11 personnel, man, and they'll run that thing, they'll bunch it up, try to pick you and get it out to the outside with them receivers. Because again, that QB, they got two that can extend the play, as we call it, and that's always a dangerous thing when you got to defend the arm and the leg, that's against two QBs.
Right, absolutely. Now, as far as health-wise, how are we on the injury report without you divulging too much?
Well, we Savage again. It's a day-by-day thing. Had that big contusion in the thigh and the shin against Valley, so he didn't play, this past weekend. But again, and let me go back to that. That's when I told guys, I don't know who it was, or I don't know who it's going to be, or who it is. I got a sneaky feeling, man. It's going to be several guys that just have to step up and going to step up and make some big plays. And I said, I don't know who it is, but somebody's going to do it. We had several guys do it, man.
Yes, sir, a la Mr. Burns.
Yeah, but I told you that early year, like I told hey, man, we got to put our dudes on the field.
Right.
Will it be all three of them at the same time? They can't. Those guys, they too good to be in separate packages. So let's try to put them on the field at the same time. So,
well, look, Coach, I got a little a SWAC fantasy league with a couple of buddies of mine, and Savage is one of my receivers. I need him on the field.
Yeah, he look good. But like I said, it's gonna be a game day type. I mean, all week, should I say, deal with him. Then it'll be a game day decision. Because again, just want to make sure he's healthy. More importantly, and don't hurt anything else. Because believe me, we got enough athletes to play that position that I really believe that we can go out there and not miss a beat, kind of like we did Saturday. So who else? Connor should be back. Connor Wisham should be back as well this week. So again, now instead of the three-headed monster, we got the four-headed monster back there once again. So.
Right. Well, you're hitting that final stretch. Some injuries are healing, and got the momentum going. Final home game of the regular season, Senior Day, always exciting for the seniors. And I'm going. I've been giving the crowd, TV Nation, a hard time all season. And I'm going to say this: it's still. I would have liked to see a stronger number, but this time around, at least from my observation, a very more involved crowd response throughout the gameplay, and I think that helps lift these guys in the heat of battle.
You do, no doubt. I mean, you can go back in history and look at game videos and all that, and especially again if you watching or bench games, it makes a huge difference with the crowd and the fans. I know for sure a lot of times when we go to different places, their fan base be like just rowdy, man, and just saying things, being loud to where you can barely hear the snap count, try to get you jumping off sides and stuff like that. So I really would love PV Nation to be the exact same way. I guess the Alcorn coming up this weekend.
Absolutely. Well, Coach, congratulations again. I want to give you some closing thoughts and comments for this week, sir, and the floor is now yours.
Yeah, I'm just proud of these young men. We put the challenge to them as coaches to come out and set an identity, man. We talked about it all Friday night, and how they're going to come out and play is going to really dictate how well we play the game. And, man, we came out, kicked it off first, and they set the tone right then and there. And from that point, it was on throughout the whole game. And they played really, really well. And what I love about it, Mike, is that, they accepted the challenge, man. They were like, Coach, we got you, man. We got you like that. I said, okay, let's go out and do it. So, again, if we do the exact same thing, duplicate it, or get better at it for this week against another good team, I mean, it will be really satisfying to see. It's satisfying right now, even where we are right now, but just to see them continue to get on that stay on that winning streak will be just awesome, man. And again, I know it means a whole lot to these kids to finish out, with a winning record, and that's what we're striving for right now.
Yes, sir. The Panthers will be in action Saturday, 2 p.m. Central Standard Time. Don't forget you can listen to all the live action right here with the Open Mic Broadcast Network on the website at obnradio.com, or simply by dialing in if you're on the go at 857-777-0000. Coach, we thank you for joining in with us, man. Good luck on this week. You got one more time to defend the home territory. Let's go out with a bang. And Lord say the same, we'll get together on next week with another victory report. How about that?
I love it, my friend. Thank you.
All right. Coach Bubba McDowell, I am the radio guy, Dr. Mike Prince. Thank you guys so much for joining in with us. Don't forget you can follow me on Twitter, X, at The Mike Prince Show. Subscribe to the YouTube channel at the Open Mic Broadcast Network. And once again, visit that website at obnradio.com. I must exit stage left for right now. My time is far spent. So until the next time, you guys be blessed, and we'll see you on the other side.